Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Azir, and we'll be facing off against the Fiddlesticks adventure from the Nightmares campaign. I don't think I've played Azir at all, at least while recording. I obviously played him, otherwise I wouldn't have him at level 23, but I had enough resources to level him up to 6 stars, so I figured I should take him on a harder adventure to see how well he fares. I don't think Azir is that strong of a champion, to be honest. He's just a little bit too slow, but let's see if my opinion of him changes at 6 stars. Since he shares these items with the other champions in the deck, I figured I should take a setup that benefits basically every champion in the game, so I have Star Gem, so we can play Azir and then play any other champions that come after him a bit easier, and it also buffs the champions a little bit. And then I have Stalker's Blade because it's extremely well, it synergizes extremely well with both Renekton and Nasus. It's not that great on Azir itself, but since we have an Azir and a Nasus in the deck, it should be fine at least. Azir itself against Fiddlesticks might be a problem, because once Azir levels up, he replaces our deck with the Emperor's deck, and the Emperor's deck is 15 cards only, so we might choose not to play Azir against the Fiddlesticks encounter. At least not until we have less than 15 cards in the deck, so it should make for an interesting experience. Thrice-bound, Domination, Biggleless Sprinkle. Thrice-bound summons a Voice of the Reason. Nah, let's just pick up the Domination and be done with it. I'm sure having the extra attacks every turn is going to be nice, even though this is not really that aggressive of a deck. Being able to put some pressure on the opponent should be okay. Let's keep the 4-7 and the Rock Hopper. Toss the other units back. That's not that great for us. That's a bit better. If we summon Azir, he basically does nothing. So let's just do Esteemed Hierophant. Alright, when you summon a unit, we buff our entire board. Let's just do this, I suppose. To get rid of one of the opponent's units. He uses the darkness. It's not really okay, but I'll manage. Let's do Azir, I guess. Can go ahead and use Azir to block there. He killed his own unit. Okay. Interesting decision. I guess he didn't want to deal damage to the Azir. Can't really attack that turn, unfortunately. This turn I can go 3 into 2, so let's do just that. Drop on the Rock Hopper first, so the opponent gets hit with the Rolling Sands. It's nice. Let's pull there. Sure, let's attack like so. Maybe something that would buff the Sand Soldiers would be beneficial, but I don't really think that buffing the Sand Soldiers is all that great. Double Arise generates enough blockers, I think, to survive this turn. So let's do just that. The opponent attacks here, it's fine. Okay, doesn't attack. That's even better, actually. We can do Force something. Not really something I want to do. Can do Suncrafter, I suppose.
Emperor, you taught me to connect.
Azir levels up. We proc the Sun Disk here. So we restore our mana from our power. We draw a bunch of champions, which we should now be able to chain thanks to our Star Gem. Like we dropped down the Renekton, then the Renekton makes it so it's easier to drop down the Nasus. And Nasus immediately levels up because he has a bunch of stats from the other Star Gems. Even though we haven't actually played all that many units. Fortunately, Renekton didn't level up immediately. But it's okay. He'll probably levels up here anyway. If the game doesn't just end right away. Okay, the game doesn't end right away. But the game will end next turn, after I attack with all of my units. Yeah, let's draw Twindle 8 to the opponent's Nexus, sure. Just make things easier for us next turn. It's fine. Let's prevent the opponent from striking with that thing so the darkness doesn't deal more damage to our Nexus. Nice. So we took a bit of damage here at the start, but after we get some early game units that we can play and that will be able to protect us in the beginning of the game, we should stop bleeding this much each encounter. Dust up diplomacy, not really that appealing. Neither are any of these options, to be honest. Speed Wraps, Eternal Gladiator. Damn, all of these are terrible. It's something good. Crumbling Sands. That's a bit better, but it's still not exactly what we need. We want something that gives us survivability in the beginning of the game, which none of these champions do. I guess Star Shipping is healing, and Fangs with Lifesteal and Regeneration can help. +2/+2, if I'm a champion I'm ascended. Vi is interesting because we can actually drop her down turn 4 if we drop down Azir turn 3. She should be able to help control the board nicely as well. But the healing from the Fangs is very appealing. Let's just pick up the Vi. It curves out nicely with the other units we have. Spell chest, healers. I guess it's just in between which encounter I think is the easier to deal with. Vicious Mockery or Shadow in the Brush. Let's do Shadow in the Brush. Vicious Mockery I don't really like at all. We'll just try to develop a large board at the beginning of the game. Ooh, Renekton right at the start. And actually, that's actually good. We can do Azir into Renekton, one after the other. Ooh. Now we can do Azir, Renekton, and Vi. Let's do just that. We can trade the Rock Copper into that thing right away. I think that's correct, because next turn we can do Renekton. Okay, he transforms his unit. That's a problem. I hope the opponent doesn't go for an open attack next turn. Let's try to deal with the opponent's board with the Renekton. That's one less unit. Please don't attack. He attacks. I can block here. I can block there, I suppose. It does stop me from going for Vi Nazas, but I value the health more than the board. I think. Wait. Oh, right. The loss of the buff means that Azir dies there. Completely forgot about that part. I'm messing up horribly. Can go for a Vi. Try to clear the board this way by doing this. The next turn I go for Nasus and hope for the best. He just attacks right away. Well, in that case I'll do this. Just try to draw a little bit, maybe protect the Vi with the items, which does happen. Oh, this is extremely close. Let's drop down the Azir for free, I suppose. This strike effect is not really that relevant. Let's do Dunekeeper. Buff our units up. Let's remove the curse from the Vi. The Sun Disk is almost leveled up. In fact, it levels up if we drop on Nasus this turn. I'll do just that. Nasus doesn't strike, but we don't really need him to strike, I think. We just need to close out the game here.
I am a god amongst men, and ascended. Your emperor commands.
That's fine. Not really, actually. The opponent now has a bunch of blockers. We'll just do this, try to chip away at the opponent's blockers first. Then we attack with our units. Pull here. Hopefully this is enough to kill the opponent. It is, nice. We even level up Nasus even though it's completely unnecessary. We took a bunch of damage anyway though. We need more early game stuff. Units that summon other units would be perfect. More Dunekeepers perhaps? If I could get more Dunekeepers that would be great. Do I go for the healer or for the spells encounter? Thermogenic Beam. Preservationist. Let's do Thermogenic Beam. Nah, let's reroll. Trail of Evidence, Endless Devout. Actually, let's go for the Trail of Evidence. It's 1 mana for a 2-cost card. That's mana cheating. Let's go for the spell. None of these are that great. Shock Blast for 3. Elixir of Iron. Unworthy. Let's... Elixir of Iron? It feels terrible though. 1 mana give something for health? Yeah, sure. Encroaching Mist, Shop, Gold Chest. Let's go for the Shop. Let's go for the Thalassophobia encounter. I feel like we should, even though we don't have access to a lot of removal, we should still be able to deal with this easier than the other encounter. Rock Upper, Dunekeeper are keeps, obviously. Can do Dunekeeper here. I can go for Azir right away. Let's do Dunekeeper first. That buffs 3 units up, like so. He's giving that unit vulnerable. That's okay. Let's attack with all of our units. We'll pull that unit and then buff up the Dunekeeper out of range. Really now? Guess I'll do this. Try to keep as many units on the board as possible. This also softens up the opponent's board a little bit there. Doesn't pull away the list. Interesting, I figured you would want to kill one of my units for free at least. This is fine. I'll do Rock Hopper and then Sweet Up this turn. Just use the Sweet Up on whatever he pulls with. Or I guess not, I was about to say I'll use the Sweet Up on whatever he pulls with the Long Tooth, but he doesn't want to pull something with the Long Tooth. Which is an interesting decision. Well, now he loses both of his units. And it's not like I took that much damage because of it. I'm in a great position right now. Let's do Azir. Might kill Azir though. It's a problem. Let's do a Steamed Hierophant then. He's killing the Steamed Hierophant. Okay then. Let's do the Soothsayer. Why attack here? I'll attack with everything. Just remove that unit. We're low on cards. We desperately need to level up the Azir. Maybe not. You have Nasus. Let's wait for the opponent to play that exactly. He's wasting a bunch of cards. The Dunekeeper. And this sets up so that Nasus kills the hunting fleet. Like so. Now we even level up Nasus on the attack. Actually, we kill the opponent. Nice. Ooh, we're going to be watching everything because we restore the Sun Disk. That was an accident. But yeah, the Star Gems should be giving us swing turns, but we're just either killing the opponent before we can achieve the swing turn, or the opponent is just dealing with hard champions before we can drop all of them down in a single turn, which is unfortunate. Bolt of Until Stones doesn't really give me much. Guess I'll take the Ruthless Predator, makes it easier to control the board. Let's go for the shop. Conchologist with Thief's Gloves. Golden Herald, Hallowed. Always have Hallowed is nice, we are losing a bunch of units. And the Golden Herald baseline in our deck might be good enough. We definitely will need to wait a bit before playing it. But having it baseline in our deck means that we have access to it. And having the extra +2 units every turn is massive. Do I keep this hand? It's a bit greedy. Let's throw the Vi back in. I'll keep the Renekton though. All we need is one single champion and the Renekton becomes a decent choice. Like the Azir. Can go Azir into Renekton. And Elise immediately levels up.
As silk.
Just high rolls me. A full board at the start of the game. Well,
Men die.
that's great for the opponent. Next turn, the opponent might just kill the Azir. Well, at least he's using his stuns right now. Hopefully next turn I can do Runeterra, something else. Nice. Runeterra gets rid of a unit. Azir has its stats reduced a little bit. Ruthless Predator. I can use it to kill one unit from the opponent this turn. That's about it. Thrumming Swarm? Nah. Then again, we are low on cards, so maybe it will be relevant. Let's commit. The opponent loses one unit this turn, unfortunately. I wanted him to lose two, but Azir lost his buff. At least he is spending his most of his turn just doing that, overriding his own units.
Your care, and you and ours.
Let's drop down the Vi. Have her beef buffed up.
Would you look at
We're
this
going to
place?
be speed draining ourselves here.
Here's the fun part.
Fortunately,
Trouble coming at ya.
I would really like to be able to deal with the necrotic arachnoid this turn, but I can't. So instead I'll just level up Vi and take the damage. Actually no, I could have. If I pulled with the Vi first, I would proc the Hallowed.
Save the day. Or wreck it.
I'm making so many misplays here. One more turn and I level up Azir. Or one more unit and I level up Azir. Do I do that?
Ease your words.
I'll actually
Shit. Trouble coming
do this. That gets rid of 2 units, right? And levels up the Azir. I do waste the mana refill. But this is better, I think.
Shurima is sand and sky. Past
The opponent loses 2 important units here. Even if I do take 2 damage, it's fine-ish. I have access to the Azir's champion spell to generate some blockers as well. One doesn't block here, obviously. He attacks with everything, that's to be expected. Let's block there.
punch.
Let's see if I hit one unit. Okay, we hit that unit.
Come on.
It's taking 7 or taking 9 is basically the same thing, so let's lose the Azir, because I get this Azir back anyway. Drops down a unit, that's fine, that's just fodder for Nazas.
life and death inexorably interwoven.
And now we win next turn. But man, is it a struggle every time. Even though we're at 6 stars.
Where are you?
What do I do here? I think I'll just do Golden Herald. Get a full board of units.
They will pay their respects or die.
Everything buffed up as well.
Here's the fun
And
part.
we can pull there. None of the opponent's units really have that high of an attack stat, so you might just die here. I guess he can block the units that are not fearsome or that don't have elusive. So he gets to live for one more turn.
Proud warriors, bear my name into
Sandstorm. It's going to be nice next turn. I'll remove 3 of the opponent's blockers, then attack with everything. And the opponent will die. There, there, and there.
leave no trace behind.
Make sure to remove the unit with the deathless effect. Sure. Game over. For opponent. As soon as he lost control of the board, it was over for him. But man, was this a rough encounter. I'm definitely not taking on the Survive the Night with this deck. I have to go for the Heatherfiend encounter instead. Excavator's charge, pickaxe. Pickaxe is good. Means that all of our units or all of our champions are going to have +2 attack, which makes the Stalker's Blade better. Hold it, Nature's Revenge, thrice pound. Hold it. It's gotta be the play here for the stalling. Though the Nature's Revenge would be nice as well. Yeah, let's go for the Pale Death. We'll probably just die if we face off against the Survive the Night. At least against the Pale Death we have a chance. We don't even really develop that big of a board. At least until we actually reach the later stages of the game. But it might be a problem. The opponent might just develop the big board himself. And that's just enough to kill us with the Ruination he has in hand.
Demacia sends its regards.
Please block my units.
Yeah, okay.
There we go. And he's killing the Azir immediately. And that means that unit gets buffed up and therefore it doesn't die. Oh, that's a terrible, horrible first start for the game. Let's do Azir here. Kill something. I'll do this here. Hopefully that's enough to block the opponent from dealing too much damage to my Nexus.
Can a spirit fight to the death?
He's
I'll learn soon.
almost out of resources, but he's dangerously close to the turn. Where he just goes for the Ruination. He might even kill Azir this turn. Yeah. With the other Fiend. Or maybe not. Maybe he doesn't want to kill Azir for some reason. I don't understand. Let's pull here. I would like it if Azir could kill that thing, but I can't guarantee it. So let's do this instead. I just died to the Ruination anyway.
It is time.
This is not good. This is not good at all. Let's do Vi plus attack levels up Azir. That's another 10 damage taken. Crap. Well, at least this levels up Azir, and we can jump block the opponent's attack. Depending on what he attacks with, of course.
The order is given. Witness glory.
I'm going to need to drop every single champion I have access to this turn in order to win this. Can do this here.
Blasphemer.
And I'll do crumbling sands there. I can't. The opponent really messes me up here. 3 from Azir, then 2 from Renekton, then 1 from Vi. Let's just hope that's enough. 3 from Azir,
Descended walk these lands once more.
and 2 from Renekton. Yep, that's enough. Then 1 from Vi, and then that's a 3 Nazas. And then we attack with everything and deal 69 damage, and we're 1 off lethal. But it's fine because next turn is our attacking turn. Come on. Get through the animations. We're at 9 health. We're dangerously low. We desperately need a healer to go ahead and not lose our backup life. This just kills the opponent with the Dominus destruction. Oh, that was rough. The opponent just burned me for so much. But against the Survive the Night encounter, things would have been even worse. Because at the very least here I could keep some control of the board. Against the Survive the Night encounter, things would just be over. Shop or a spell chest? If I go for the shop, I lock myself in the Sickening Plunge. How many turns did we even take to close out that game? I don't remember. I haven't played against the Sickening Plunge in a while. But I'm feeling daring. Let's go for the Sickening Plunge. Emperor's Divide is an interesting card. Early Bird is great for us. More board presence. Let's go for the Golden Herald there. Rhythm in the Stars is interesting. It tutors a champion and then refunds 2 mana. We have a shop coming up after this, so let's save our money for that. Sickening Plunge. Does the opponent have a burn? I don't think the opponent has a burn. I think this entire opponent is just survivability. But let's keep a low curve anyway. Zero is nice. Survivability and just board control tools. Oh, and birds, right. The opponent also has access to birds. Let's go for Azir right away. He heals and draws, and he plays something for 1. Gelsong Song, okay. That's fine, that's manageable. These are all things I can deal with somewhat. Our other bird allies have +1/+0 in quick attack. No, they don't. Because I am killing that thing first thing this game. So that the opponents lose their extra attack and quick attack. Then I'm dropping down Renekton this turn. I can even drop down Vi right afterwards. Those Gelsong swallows are rather large. I'm actually going to do this. That way we can block here with Azir and here. And my units don't die and I don't take damage. I'll attack like so. Buff up all of my units. Next turn I'll drop down the Vi and Vi will level up right away. This is turn 3, so we're a ways off from the end of the game. Like so. Deal 42 damage. The opponent needs something. He hasn't played anything relevant. Okay, he has frostbite effects. That saves him. Well, at least it buys him one additional turn. Let's pass the turn. Countdown here goes down by 1. I can go for the Esteemed Hierophant. That completely completes the countdown. And then I can drop down the Nasus for free because I have all of my champions on the board.
Power to shape the world at my fingertips. It is time.
I'm thinking of something. I wonder how this would interact with the relic that summons a Lux when you level up a champion and then summons a Garrett and then summons a Galio. I'm pretty sure it would just not work at all because it says at the start of the game the Azir shares all of his items with the other champions, right? Yeah, it wouldn't work at all, unfortunately, because that would be a fun little piece of synergy if you could do that. You would take that relic on Azir, and then all of the other items you got on Azir would be shared to the Lux and the Garen and the Galio, and you'd have an army of champions. Well, that was surprisingly easy. The opponent didn't really do much of anything. I have avoided this encounter for a while, but maybe I shouldn't. Because it seemed easier than the other option. Ooh, Shadow Totem Dunekeeper is huge. Now we have even more units from just a single card. Shared Mana Flow. Do the opponents benefit more from the ramp than I do? I kind of want Shared Mana Flow. I'll pick it up. Shared Mana Flow and then Patrol Warden? I suppose. Shadow Totem's nice to develop a board. Asian Coin on Azir or another pickaxe? Let's pick up another pickaxe. The Asian Coin would be nice for the -1 discount, but we already have a bunch of discounts from our Star Gem or whatever it's called, so -1 doesn't really amount to anything in the grand scheme of things. The higher damage when you strike at the start might be more impactful because at the very least it levels up Renekton immediately, for example. We have one extra mana this turn. Azir kills that thing right away. Let's pass priority. Or I can go for the Renekton. What's my priority here? I think I'll drop down the Renekton. Because I'm not really concerned if I lose Renekton or not, but I think Azir is more important, yeah. I'd rather use the Renekton to bait out the vengeances and whatnot from the opponent. That's a very weak first turn from the opponent. And I just lost all of the Azirs right there, I think. I'm pretty sure I saw 2 Azirs disappearing there. Well, at least I can do this Dunekeeper here. Just fill up my entire board with units. That's fine. The opponent isn't really going below 3 mana. I really wanted him to go below 3 mana. But if he doesn't want to go below 3 mana, then I'll just try to kill him with damage. Normally. There it is. Actually, let's hold back the Azir until we have less than 15 cards in our deck. That's going to be our second win, so we don't lose the game from decking out.
That's how we do it. Boom!
Azir is leveled up, gotta remember that. He deals with our entire board. With the double cross storm. That's a Fiddlesticks. Fine. Let's remove that one, remove that one. We're unfortunately very close to, or we're very close to running out of resources. Sweet up protects away from 1 instance of damage. If I drop down the Azir here, I level him up. Let's do it like so. And this here, protect the Vi. Double debuff. It's not fine because I have to do this in order for the Stalking Wolf not to die. If I still deals with the Fiddlesticks. Do I attack with the Vi? Or do I block with the Vi? I guess. The opponent has 2 cards in hand and basically he could have the Vengeance. I have no Azirs left in the deck, but this also removes all of the nightmares from my deck, I'm pretty sure. So it's time to pull the trigger because I also refill my entire spell mana here. Or my entire mana pool here. Actually, it's a bit less than that because of the way ordering works. But I have 4 mana. Oh, Nasus got milled. Oh, that's an incredibly unfortunate thing to happen. But at least now I no longer have to worry about my deck hitting nightmares. Or eating the nightmares in my deck. Let's do Shimmering Mirage here. I messed up, but it's fine. I'm pretty sure we killed the opponent here. We don't really... yeah, we don't really mill that much. 6 cards in deck, 5 cards in deck. That's fine. Unless he draws a blocker. But we can easily deal with that with the Eternal Gladiator. And game over. Fiddlesticks was surprisingly the easier encounter of this entire run. I'm pretty sure we didn't lose that much health against him. And while we did come close to decking out, it's not like we're under any sort of pressure. The opponent just ran out of resources. I think I played the Azir at the right time there. It was basically the only resource I had left and it helped me refuel my hand. Oh, that was intense. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.